Well, hey there, everybody. Well, the Game 4 of the Minnesota-Boston PWHL game got concluded a little while ago, and I might be completely and totally emotional over this because, I am a Minnesota sports fan, and I try to be unbiased as I can. But I'm sorry, Minnesota just got a championship taken from them. Both goaltenders tonight played amazing. They were fantastic. You don't see many 0-0 games that are that fun. The chances were unbelievable. It goes into a second overtime. It looks like Minnesota finally gets a goal on this female Jake Ottinger, Igor Shesterkin hybrid, because she had a .940 save percentage coming into the game. When I saw that, I thought, oh, this is not going to be easy. They finally get a goal on her, though. It looks like, it's a championship. It's a championship. Minnesota's just won the championship. No, all of a sudden, as they're celebrating, all of a sudden the referees go over to the bench. And we're all like, why? What are they doing? And then they said, oh, play is under review. And I'm thinking, oh, you've got to be kidding me. I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. They are really going to do this now? After a Boston player literally ran our goaltender? And there was nothing? Nothing. Not a thing. They show on the replay one of the Minnesota players. She's making a move, trying to get around. She gets around, she passes the puck, and this other girl, it looked like from the replay, this other girl's stick from Boston, it caught her in the skate, and it took her down. And she slid into the goaltender, and Minnesota scored. Now, what is the Minnesota girl supposed to do? When you are going around like that, and you get your skate tapped by a stick or whatever, or you go and you fall down, where are you supposed to go? She's going that direction, and she slides into the goaltender. Where are you supposed to go? And they called that goalie interference. And they took a championship away from Minnesota. Why? Of course, it's Minnesota. Why would that surprise me? Because when it comes to sports in Minnesota, men or women, we are not allowed to have nice things. We always end up, you take a championship off their stick, and immediately when they said, the call's overturned, my first thought was, yeah, we're screwed. This series is going back to Boston. Because how do you recover from that? How is it that you are able to recover from that? You've been celebrating down in the corner, your sticks and gloves and everything, they're all over the ice. How do you recover from that? And Boston, of course, a couple minutes later, they go right down, they score. And it goes back to Game 5 in Boston. Now you tell me in Game 5, how are they supposed to recover from that? Honestly, how do they recover from that? I don't see how they can. I hope I'm wrong. I really do. But how is it? How can you recover? I don't know how Minnesota recovers from that. They just had a championship ripped away from them by the officials. And needless to say, when Boston scored, now, do I condone this? No, I don't. I don't condone throwing things onto the ice. But boy, do I understand it, because the referees tonight were god-awful. They were calling stuff. I mean, they made a couple of calls in overtime against Minnesota that, I'm sorry, you weren't calling during regulation time. There were plays in that game where Boston literally would mug one of the Minnesota girls right in front of the referee, mug him and bring him down. No call, nothing, not a thing. And yet there were calls that the referees called that were just, I mean, they were awful. The ref you suck chants were in full effect tonight, and I don't blame them. I don't blame anybody. I don't blame anybody for thinking that. And it does make me wonder, how do you recover from that? How do you recover from literally having a championship taken away from you? They did. I saw the replay twice, and I honestly thought, what is she supposed to do? She gets her skates taken out from her. She got her skates. It's not like she deliberately ran the goaltender, because she didn't. But the referees, nope, apparently that's goalie interference. And again, earlier in the game, Boston ran our goaltender. Nope, that was perfectly fine. It's the curse. It's the Minnesota sports curse. I truly believe that our sports teams, whether it's men or women, are cursed. When it comes to our sports teams, we're not allowed to have nice things. We had a championship basically taken from the Minnesota Women's PWHL Professional Women's Hockey League team. They had a title ripped from them. And now they have to go back to Boston for Game 5 and try to win it. I'm hoping they can. I'm hoping they can recover from that. But it will not surprise me if in Game 5, if the Minnesota team gets absolutely destroyed. Like, just, 5-0, 6-0, something. It wouldn't surprise me. It really wouldn't. But yeah, so that's kind of my little Minnesota rant, and yeah. The Boston goalie was fantastic. He really was. I mean, a Jake Ottinger, Igor Shesterkin hybrid tonight. Minnesota had so many chances. That puck just would not go in, no matter what they did. And then they finally get a goal that, I'm sorry, to me, looked like a good goal to me. The referees took it. The referees go and say, yep, no goal. Goalie interference. So, I don't know. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Do you give Minnesota any chance in Game 5 to find a way to become the first ever PWHL champions? I'd love to know what you guys think. And yeah. The ref you suck chance, definitely deserved. And yeah, I wholeheartedly agree. Let me know what you guys think. I will see you guys later.